There's a dark tree.
What's the response from the community overall? Is it that is there the battle royale, just like in every other place, where it's don't screw this up for us, and
Well, they don't. The people
to the area.
It's this big.
I'm getting money where I never got it before.
There's nothing you can change because they're going to do as they want to do.
And it ended up being more like
oh,
a
we're not
2-inch
interested.
pipe, you know, with a big fitting with
I'm
all
getting
this
money
drying
where I
on
never
it.
We'll
had
be
it
dead.
before.
We'll be dead before any
should
of
we
this
march
stuff
on over
happens.
there?
What about their
And over here by
grandbabies?
this
What about
here,
their great grandchildren?
so is there at least a recognition that this is happening to you all? Do they at least acknowledge that this is real for you?
I
No, they think that they call me the crazy
crazy.
lady. That's what they call us,
We're all
crazy.
crazy.
We're imagining this stuff's happening. And the reason they're saying that
It's
because
God's will.
they took over our radio stations here,
Uh-huh.
and that's
Oh,
what they keep
thank you.
saying. The two linemen from industry,
Yeah.
they're on our local radio station here, and that's what they keep repeating. These people that saying they're sick, it's just, it's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's
And
a lie.
I never in my entire life.
And you've lived
had
in this
sore
community
throats.
your whole
All
life.
my life. I've lived it. Born and
I
raised
know
there.
her story. I know this is generational here.
I never had sore throats in my entire life. I have sore throats all the time. My sinuses are infected all the time. They won't even put me on antibiotics anymore because it don't even work anymore.
I can tell you one thing that's just from even just doing this in small doses. When I leave these sites when I'm driving home, I have this thing in the back of my throat, and the whole way home, all of a sudden I'm going,
Yeah.
and it's just, I don't know what it is. And then after maybe, 10, 12 hours of being away, and all of a sudden then it's done. And then I was at work all last night, didn't have a single kind of thing, and then I come back today and I'm like, wow, here it starts again. Here it starts again.
How much room's in this vehicle?
Yeah.
And my grandbabies love to play outside, and I'm afraid to even take them.
How would you not be afraid to have them play outside in this?
Well-
when you've seen what you've seen, and when you know what you know, and just like Calvin says, once you know, you can't unknow. You can't not know.
My
Right?
grandsons, they're outdoorsmen, and when Jeannie told their doctor, their pediatrician, that these chemicals
they're
are
gonna
in
walk
our
up to
our,
teens.
our road, in our ground, 48 of them. She said, I won't let the boys outside to play because of that chlorine smell. She said, you can't hold them as prisoners in that house either. They are boys, they are children, they have to go outside and play, and until you find out what's causing it and what effect it's having on them, by law, you've got to let them outside. So every day they go outside, and now they know the chlorine smell to get in the house if they smell it. But what about the other smells they don't smell that they're playing in every night or every day?
Yeah.
No. That's the thing.
That's the point, and that's why we're trying to do what we're trying to do here is that this is about prevention. You can't just wait until people are sick and then say, "Oh, well, we should have done something."
Yeah.
But we didn't. But they're saying that we don't have the information, we don't have facts, but they don't realize, like the public doesn't realize how difficult it is to get this type of data and the fight back that you get from the communities, and that the government didn't do their job in the first place.
That's what's going to happen in the community, though. Once we find out for sure, with the testing and stuff, then they're going to say, well, why didn't you warn us? Why didn't you tell us?
Yeah.
We're asking the gas companies that now. They never come to us and knocked on our door
Right.
and
To
said
let
we're
us
going
know
to
they was putting this in.
they just go and do it.
Right. Right.
And these
no
neighbors,
concern.
they're not being held accountable for this.
I had 50 wells drilled
I-
here
I
before
don't know
knew what
why-
fracking was.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And that's the thing, too, is that, there's people that say to you, well, if it was really that bad, then those neighbors could sue or they could do this. They don't understand the complexity of these issues. They don't understand that you're up against the equivalent of a country.
Yeah, and we're
That
trying
has
to
the
save
wealth
their
of a
lives.
country,
Yeah.
and it's one or two small individuals that are. It's beyond David and Goliath, and what they have at their access and what they have, money wise, what they have lawyer wise, what they have PR wise. They own your radio stations, they own your newspapers, they own your communities, they sponsor every event, they sponsor your fairs. People don't get that the rest of the community doesn't want to bite the hand that feeds them.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're just begging for protection for your health and your
That's what
safety.
we're begging for. Yeah.
That's it. You're not looking for any type of handout money. You're just saying, just protect our health.
We moved to the country so you don't have all the air pollutions. And
Right.
You don't have here we are.
Right.
We're in a city,
Sick as can be.
a sick city.
We
you know?
moved here because we wanted to be away from where it's busy.
Right.
And they paved the road here, and tractor and trailers are going up and down
Down this road now.
huge, massive equipment
Massive.
going up and down this road every day. There was a tanker just went down here before you guys showed up, and we.
Well, that's why I'm so scared. That's why because I'm driving my dad's truck, and I said, okay, just remember, big trucks on the road, big trucks on the road, big trucks on the road, because a lot of these
These are
small
bad.
roads.
I mean, they've had one was coming up the hall,
Yeah.
one was going down, and they had to back up.
Now, do you know? Okay, the coal trucks around here. There was never that many. I mean, a few here and there, but they're traveling in pairs of 3s and 4s. You'll see 3 frac trucks go, the ones
Three
that have
coal
residual waste on them, and then three coal trucks, 3 tandem loaders, 3 frac trucks, 3 coal trucks. They just keep going in pairs, up and down, up and down. And we went from here to Point Marion, and for the first time in our lives, I was afraid, because I thought, my God, there's so many trucks, there is going to be a violent accident. And 3 of those coal trucks overturned down here on these curves. There's like a snake curves down through here before you get to Point Marion Bridge. And every time they hit that last curve, there was 3 of them rolled right there.
Rolled right there.
In the
Dumped their
last
load
2
right
weeks.
there.
Yep.
And it's just like, and then me and my son Joe, we were going out 119 here before you get to the curve out here, and there was a tandem coal truck coming at us, and we were probably, I don't know, maybe 400 feet away. We were fairly safe, but when that truck took that little knob of a curve, the wheels on one side actually started to leave the ground on that truck, and I thought, if we would have been there just
When
then
that moment.
and he would have turned a little bit harder,
Yep.
that truck would have went right on top of us.
Absolutely. I have to look, because when we were leaving Butler yesterday, we had to do a detour. And why? Because there was an accident on the main road.
That
And
truck.
I looked, I couldn't, they had it blocked off so that we couldn't see. So I was trying to get around and say, excuse me, officer, we don't know where we're going, and I'm looking down, and sure enough, I don't know if it was related or not, but there were 2 oversized trucks. There were 2 oversized trucks that were down on the road. I couldn't tell if they were part of the accident. I couldn't tell what, but that's what a lot of people, I mean, these roads weren't designed
No, they weren't.
to have this type of traffic. That road isn't barely wide enough for me to drive my dad's pickup truck up, let alone
Well, you
a
should
big,
have been
massive,
here. You should have been here today. A tractor and trailer was coming up, and the other one was going down.
Yeah.
They were both
Loggerheads,
coming in
just
on
like-
this road.
Oh my gosh. And then you imagine, what do they have on the back of their trucks? What kind of explosion could be caused?
yeah.
What could be released if they dump, if they have, I mean, it's
Well-
just endless. The issues are endless.
Some of them weigh like 60, 80 tons. You're not talking about something small.
60, 80 tons.
60 to 80 tons, yes. Very, very much.
Wow. On that tiny little road.
Something about high grass I like.
It's not even wider. It's not even as wide as the driveway.
You don't want to cut it too much, huh?